You used to hug her every night, but now your hands are cold. You find yourself holding back. And for the past month, not once have you touched her long enough for you both to feel warm. She still lies beside you, but your hands are cold and your heart holds back. Colder hands and feet, a slower heartbeat, and is intimacy with your spouse no longer easy? You are not alone. Many people over 60 experience these subtle yet significant changes. Weaker blood circulation, less energy, blood sugar levels that swing erratically. And then sleep isn't as deep, and your mood feels heavier. Making those familiar comforts, like a long hug, a warm evening with your partner, suddenly seem so distant. But what few people realize is, some of these changes come from the very food we eat each day. No need for pricey medications, no need for drastic overhauls. All it takes is a few fruits eaten the right way at the right time to work wonders. In this video, you'll discover 5 special fruits. They not only help naturally stabilize blood sugar, but also improve circulation and can rekindle that spark, that intimate feeling you thought was gone. Watch till the end, because the 4th fruit might be one you've never considered, yet it could transform your evenings with your partner. This isn't a miracle. It's the truth, scientifically confirmed, and it has helped thousands of seniors feel healthier, closer, and live happier every day. Are you ready? Just 1 apple, 1 kiwi, could be the start of your body feeling warm again. So let's dive in. And you might be surprised to learn the first step to reclaiming that familiar warmth comes from something small, something close to home, like a handful of fresh berries each day. A mild drop in blood sugar, and if you're alone when it happens, could make you lose consciousness, hit your head, and potentially never wake up. There's one thing many people over 60 don't realize. It's not just high blood sugar that's dangerous, it's the erratic fluctuations. These silently erode blood vessels, damaging the heart, eyes, kidneys, and even memory. The problem is, most of us don't really feel it when our blood sugar fluctuates. No pain, no fatigue, so it's often overlooked. Yet, if you pay close attention, you'll notice after meals rich in starches or sweets, you tire easily, feel sleepy, struggle to concentrate. That's precisely when blood sugar is on a roller coaster. And if not controlled early, the consequences can be serious. Silent blood sugar swings are like dripping water eroding stone, but sometimes just one deep plunge can cause your brain to lose signal permanently. Luckily, there's a group of tiny fruits, berries, that can actually support blood sugar naturally. Varieties like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or cranberries are not only delicious, but also rich in anthocyanins, a compound that studies show helps improve insulin sensitivity and slows sugar absorption into the blood. A 2013 study in the Journal of Nutrition showed simply eating frozen blueberries for 6 weeks markedly improved the HOMA-IR index, an indicator of insulin resistance in people at risk for diabetes. This story might sound familiar. Mrs. Helen, 68 from Texas, regularly felt tired and sleepy all morning after breakfast. Her doctor suspected unstable blood sugar. No one thought a 68-year-old could faint after breakfast just from a slice of white bread, until her doctor explained her brain had just experienced a temporary blackout from a sudden blood sugar drop. After a nutrition consultation, she started replacing her morning pastry with a small bowl of Greek yogurt and strawberries. After several weeks, she not only felt more alert, but her latest blood sugar check showed a significant drop in her A1C level. Meanwhile, her friend of the same age, Mr. Charles, kept his daily white bread and sweet jam. 6 months later, he was diagnosed with prediabetes and needed medication. Because of one slight collapse in the kitchen, Mrs. Helen's family set daily morning alarms for her, and while Mr. Charles still thought he was fine, until he could no longer get to his doctor appointments alone. The worrying thing is, if we keep ignoring signs like post-meal fatigue or constant sweet cravings, we're paving the way for serious heart complications, blindness, or even stroke. And by then, things can't just be fixed by cutting back on sugar anymore. So why not start simple? Each day, add some berries to breakfast or a snack. They're easy to find in U.S. supermarkets and can be eaten fresh, frozen, or blended. No need for a massive overhaul. Just a little consistency each day is enough to help slow the wheels of aging and disease. If tomorrow morning you open the fridge and see strawberries or blueberries, remember, you're not just eating fruit, you're actually nourishing your entire vascular system, nervous system, and your independence. Let each small berry become a great friend in your later years. Are you ready to add a handful of berries to tomorrow's breakfast? And once you have a more stable blood sugar base, you'll start to feel a small but very real difference. Your body feels like it has more vitality, your mind is sharper, and that post-meal tiredness gradually fades. If blood can't flow where it's needed, your brain might go silent, your heart might skip beats, and your love life could crumble. Not from lack of emotion, but from poor circulation. After 60, blood circulation naturally slows. Those once flexible, elastic blood vessels gradually stiffen, making blood flow harder. This doesn't just affect your heart, it causes cold hands and feet, memory decline, and a delicate but very real issue, it affects intimacy in married life. Even more critically, when circulation is poor, insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar, also struggles to reach your cells. Consequently, the body must produce more insulin for the same job, gradually leading to insulin resistance, a silent but extremely dangerous stepping stone to type 2 diabetes. So how can you naturally improve circulation and reduce insulin resistance risk? Science has found a hidden red heart in nature, the pomegranate. According to a 2014 study in Atherosclerosis Journal, pomegranate extract can improve endothelial function, the inner lining of blood vessels, helping them dilate better and increasing blood flow to vital organs, including the brain and genital area. Moreover, some preliminary studies suggest daily pomegranate juice can reduce markers related to insulin resistance in middle-aged individuals. The story of Mr. Bernard, 72 in California, is a clear example. He frequently felt his legs were cold, his mind felt slower, and he'd almost completely lost interest in intimacy with his wife, causing them to drift apart. One night, he nearly fell getting up because his legs were so numb. That's when he knew this wasn't just getting older. It was a warning from his vascular system. After reading about pomegranate's benefits, he started drinking half a glass of pomegranate juice each morning. After about 8 weeks, he noticed his legs were less numb, his mind was sharper, and miraculously, his love life rekindled. Meanwhile, his friend of the same age, Mr. Dale, refused to change, resigning himself to his body aging, and now takes vasodilators daily. A few months ago, Mr. Dale nearly had a stroke after standing suddenly due to low blood pressure. His doctor said, "Poor circulation doesn't wait until you're ready." Ignoring signs of poor circulation means the consequences might not stop at fatigue or coldness. They can lead to the stroke, cognitive decline, and mental decline from losing independence and marital connection. Every day, your body silently changes, either for the better or for worse. Instead of waiting until you depend on medication, why not try a small glass of pomegranate juice each day? Pomegranates are easy to find. Choose organic, unsweetened varieties at supermarkets or local farmers markets. If you eat the seeds, you get added fiber, further helping to stabilize blood sugar. And if you think small changes like these don't make a difference, remember, life flows through your blood vessels, and a pomegranate a day could be the key to unlocking the door to vitality you thought the years had closed. A glass of pomegranate juice each morning might not make you live forever, but it can help preserve your memory, warm your hands, and keep your partner looking at you the same way. Tomorrow morning, will you be ready to raise a glass of pomegranate juice as a gentle nod to your body? And when your blood vessels are awakened daily by pomegranate juice, you'll clearly see the body doesn't need much to start recovering, just the right thing at the right time. Next up is a seemingly familiar fruit with surprising benefits for sugar metabolism. Pink grapefruit. Ever dozed off after eating and just chalked it up to old age? But actually, that could be your pancreas starting to struggle, and a silent daily assault on your liver, heart, and brain might be underway. And if you ignore those little drowsy spells, one day they could lead you to a place you won't wake up from. After 60, your body's ability to metabolize sugar isn't as sharp. The same bowl of rice, but after 60, it can spike your blood sugar twice as much as in your youth. However, most of us just think that's normal for old age, and then do nothing. The problem is, when sugar metabolism slows, insulin, the hormone that transports sugar into cells, has to work harder. If this continues, your body gradually becomes resistant to insulin, and that's when insulin resistance appears, a silent turning point to type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and even heart disease. Luckily, nature offers us subtle, prescription-free helpers, and one of them is pink grapefruit. Not only rich in immune-boosting vitamin C, pink grapefruit also contains a valuable compound called naringenin. A 2012 study in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed naringenin, abundant in pink grapefruit, significantly improves insulin sensitivity after just a few weeks of regular intake, helping stabilize blood sugar more effectively after meals. Plus, eating pink grapefruit before meals slows sugar absorption, reducing the glucose explosion in your blood, crucial for seniors. High blood sugar doesn't just cause fatigue, it also damages tiny blood vessels in your eyes, kidneys, and brain. A post-meal drowsy spell, sometimes it's a warning that damage is starting. Mrs. Linda, 70, in Florida, often felt tired and bloated after lunch. Her daughter suggested she try half a pink grapefruit before her main meal daily. After a while, she noticed she wasn't tired after eating, had fewer sweet cravings, and more stable energy all day. Mrs. Linda's daughter said, "Mom isn't grumpy after meals anymore. Every afternoon she talks about wanting to go to the garden." Mrs. Linda once couldn't finish washing dishes without a rest. Now she walks to the market each morning without feeling unsteady. Meanwhile, her close friend, Mrs. Ruth, kept her habit of cookies for dessert after lunch. A few months later, her doctor said Mrs. Ruth's blood sugar was nearing the pre-diabetes threshold. If you often feel tired, sleepy, or have uncontrollable sweet cravings after meals, that's not just old age, it's your pancreas getting exhausted, and the path to diabetes, heart failure, and brain damage has already begun to open. Once your body is no longer sensitive to insulin, each meal becomes an assault on your liver, eyes, and memory. At that point, it's no longer as simple as dieting or light exercise. So try a gentle yet effective approach. Eat half a pink grapefruit before your main meal. If you're on medication, check with your doctor first. Grapefruit can interact with certain medications. But if there are no contraindications, this is a simple, effective gift to help your body handle sugar better daily. If you're finding these tips helpful, go ahead and hit that like button so I know you're with me. And if you want more gentle yet powerful tips like these each week, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. It's a small thing, but it lets us know you're here and still interested. Half a grapefruit, a small step, but it could be a giant leap in maintaining your health and independence after 60. Let tomorrow's lunch start with a slice of grapefruit instead of a pill. Doesn't that sound a lot more pleasant? And as that post-meal fatigue gradually fades, you'll realize it's not that your body is weaker, it just needs the right support to recover. Did you know a dizzy spell after eating could be an early sign of prediabetes? And just one afternoon apple might save you from it. Many older adults think that to control blood sugar, they must cut out fruit entirely, because they believe it's full of sugar. But the truth is, not all sugars are created equal. What's important isn't cutting them out, but choosing right, selecting fruits that help slow sugar absorption and provide sustained energy all day. And among them, the apple. This simple fruit, a staple for many Americans, is actually a golden friend for anyone wanting stable blood sugar without medication. Apples are especially rich in pectin, a soluble fiber that forms a gel in your gut, slowing digestion and carbohydrate absorption. This means after eating, sugar from food doesn't rush into your bloodstream. It's released gradually, preventing those blood sugar spikes and crashes, the kind that leaves you tired, craving more, and emotionally erratic. A Harvard School of Public Health study showed People who eat apples regularly have up to a 28% lower risk of type 2 diabetes than non-eaters. That's because the fiber and polyphenols in apples improve insulin sensitivity and reduce inflammation, two key factors in regulating blood sugar. This might sound familiar. Joanne, 74, used to have white bread with butter in the afternoon and often felt sleepy and tired right after. After being advised to swap her snack for an apple and a few almonds, she felt more alert, no longer craved sugar, and her weight also stabilized over time. Meanwhile, Greg, her friend, kept his afternoon cookie habit. 3 months later, his doctor reported his blood sugar was up and needed closer monitoring. If you ignore post-meal fatigue, unusual sweet cravings, or mild dizzy spells, you might be letting high blood sugar silently damage your internal organs. Once high blood sugar has damaged capillaries in your eyes or kidneys, an apple won't be enough to save you. Instead, try something simple yet valuable. Swap your afternoon snack for an apple. Apples are easy to find, easy to eat, can be taken anywhere and needs no fancy prep. For even more stable blood sugar, pair it with a few nuts or some low-fat cheese. An apple, seemingly small, yet it can be the first wall protecting your bloodstream from those sugar surges. And sometimes the biggest things often start from such simple steps. Ready to trade your afternoon cookies for an apple. To feel lighter, healthier, starting tomorrow. And when you start feeling the difference from just one apple a day, you'll realize managing blood sugar doesn't have to be complicated or forced. A normal night could end in intensive care, all because you overlooked a small kiwi. Evening is a sensitive time for blood sugar, especially in older adults. After a long day, the body is usually more tired. Metabolism slows, and if dinner contains a lot of hidden starches or sugars, like white rice, bread, sweet fruits, or dessert, then blood sugar can easily spike and silently stay high all night. This not only affects sleep, but is also an indirect cause of insulin resistance and a long-term diabetes risk. Many older adults think, I don't eat much, just a little, but don't realize that the timing of eating is just as important as the type of food. And that is precisely why kiwi becomes a small key that unlocks a big change for your evenings. Kiwi, especially the gold variety, has a very low glycemic index, meaning it doesn't cause blood sugar to spike after eating. Not only that, kiwi also contains a natural digestive enzyme called actinidin, which helps break down protein more efficiently, aiding digestion and reducing nighttime bloating. A study from Massey University in New Zealand indicated that eating 2 kiwis 1 hour before dinner significantly reduces post-meal blood sugar in people at risk for prediabetes. Mrs. Elaine, 76, experienced prolonged insomnia, often waking at 2 or 3 a.m. for no clear reason. After trying kiwi before dinner on her nutritionist's advice, she noticed a marked improvement in her sleep. Her blood sugar was more stable, and importantly, she no longer felt bloated or tired the next morning. But that was after she had been hospitalized one night due to a blood sugar spike. Silent and unannounced. The doctor looked at the results and said bluntly, if she had just eaten 1 kiwi before dinner that day, she wouldn't have needed to be in the ICU. Conversely, Mr. Marvin, a friend of the same age, still kept his habit of eating a few slices of watermelon after dinner. As a result, he had to wake up frequently to urinate at night, and after a few months, his HbA1c level started to creep up. If you keep ignoring small signs like insomnia, morning fatigue, or late-night hunger pangs, you might be letting high blood sugar silently sabotage your body's natural nighttime recovery. And sadly, when that becomes a habit, readjusting becomes much harder. So why not start with something simple? Add a gold or green kiwi to your evening routine, about 30 minutes before your meal. Eat it whole or chopped with a little unsweetened yogurt. It's delicious and helps your digestion and blood sugar stay more stable overnight. 1 small kiwi fruit, but it could be what makes you sleep better, stabilize your blood sugar more, and feel more refreshed each morning. Willing to try it tonight? They sound small, just a few berries, a slice of kiwi, a pomegranate. But if each day you choose to eat these things, you're choosing to live with a heart full of blood, a mind sharp and clear, and a love still burning bright. But they can bring about huge changes for your heart, your blood sugar, and even those intimate moments that age sometimes makes us forget. Perhaps you are thinking, just berries, a pomegranate, a kiwi, what difference can they really make? But you know what? It's precisely these small things, repeated daily, that truly reshape how we live, how we feel, and even how we love. Better circulation, more stable blood sugar, not only helps the body stay healthy, but also gives us enough energy to smile, to hug your partner tightly, and alert enough not to miss out on life's most precious moments at this age. A piece of fruit each day can influence hormones, blood flow, and even emotions in the bedroom. Are you eating like your quality of life depends on it? If you found this video helpful today, why not share it with someone you care about? Because you never know, a gentle nudge could make a big difference for them. And if you've tried these fruits or have your own tips for sleeping well and staying healthy, drop a comment below. I'm always listening and would love to connect with you. And if one evening you find you still have the strength to hug your partner close, don't forget, it's thanks to those small choices you make every day. Wishing you a peaceful night in a body that's always warm, from your heart right down to your fingertips.